Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. I'm going to apologize now for the sun. It'll come popping in over my right eye. You're seeing it. See, there it goes right now. The sun is powerful right now. It's a cold day here in Nashville, and the sun is starting to go down, so I'm catching it a little bit lower than normal. Just the road I happen to be on. There's no way to avoid it. That's the hard part about doing these things during the day. You try to avoid the sunshine. You try to minimize all the sun glare, but you can't. Again, not that you're seeing me do anything, not that I change any, but we'll be getting rid of this shortly. I promise you that. But something fascinating happened to me this week. Had a buddy reach out through Facebook Messenger, and asked me, one of my radio friends, and asked me if I'd come in his radio show on Tuesday because he wanted to have me a part of the celebration of his 25th anniversary at the radio station. I'm like, sure, glad to do it, but 25 years, really? And I had to stop and think. And my buddy Ray, I hired him to be the morning man of our AM station in Akron back in the year 2000. And I went, wow. Now, here's the kicker. Because we're Facebook friends, because we were friends in real life when we lived there, I know everything about his family. I mean, his two young daughters now, who weren't even born when I lived there, are now, in high school, and I've watched them grow up online. So it's like, I know them, but I lose track of the time. And I think that's the beautiful part about social media, especially with old friends, and especially if you're like me. If you're someone who moved around a lot in life, if you're someone who has friends, you figure with my radio world, I never stayed in one city for a long time. I've now lived in Nashville going on 20 years coming up in 2026, and it's the longest I've lived anywhere in my life. I had 2 spots for a decade, and then there were a lot of 2 years. So it's a big deal to hit 25 years of anything. And more importantly, for me, to have friends who you've been a friend with for 25 years. My wife, she lives in a different world. She's still got, childhood friends from grade school that she not only stays, connected with on social media, but in real life as well. She didn't move around as much growing up. She spent a lot of time in one city, so it made her experience a whole lot different. And again, not everybody's social media experience is different, but the one thing that I really do appreciate about social media is about how you can stay connected with friends. 2 of my high school friends who, relatively my best friends in high school, at least the last couple of years in high school, when we moved to Virginia during my junior year, who I stayed close with through my time in Virginia, in North Carolina. When I finally moved away in the 80s and then went to Alabama and Illinois and Indiana and Ohio and Tennessee, you didn't stay in contact a lot. Every now and again, but there was a lot that was, it didn't happen. They both have kids, all of which are grown now, some of which are married now, some of them still in college, but it's like you kind of lose touch with that. And again, because I don't have kids, other than seeing me age, you really don't get a sense of what's happening in my life that I don't let you know. Now, of course, I got the podcast. I've got the video blogs. So if you really want to know a little microcosm, you can pay attention to that stuff. But again, how do you do that? Through social media. It's the one thing that I've always loved about social media is that ability to stay connected. And now that social media has been around for almost, close to 20 plus years. Because I guess everybody really started connecting with MySpace back in 2005. So it's kind of cool, at least for me, to have friends, to have stayed connected with somebody for 25 years. I had friends in high school from Illinois reach out to me throughout the years, and we've connected on LinkedIn and things like that. But other than a quick, brief catch-up through messages, we haven't stayed in touch. It's nice to know they're alive. It's nice to know they're living, married, happily, whatever it is. But that's about it. Again, it's a nice way to stay connected with the people you care. And you're not looking at a bouncing sun glare. The sun bouncing off a mirrored building in Nashville. Hi, I'm going away. KevinMason.us, still the home to all the Road Warrior videos. I hope to get this done by the new year, but the way it's going, I don't think I'm going to be able to. Man, my list of projects I need to get done, just another thing keeps adding to it and adding to it and adding to it, but we'll try. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. Love that you're here. Like, comment, share. I know I should probably do that earlier in the thing to remind people to do that. That's how the cool video bloggers do it, but see you next week. Another Road Warrior. Thanks.